that's fine. I mean, you know, those you can choose to do it, but if you don't do it, the interest just rolls up.
Yeah.
Rolls up over time, and then on the case of the last of your deaths or going into care, the house is sold and it's paid off. We can look at something that would allow you to downsize if that became a possibility for you.
Because it says, doesn't it, when you read it, it says at the end, when the end of life of either or into a home.
Yeah.
Whichever first, but does that include, like now you get like a lot of retirement homes, but is that not classed as going into care?
If you were going into a residential home, because you were no longer able to live in your home, that would be it. That triggers the sale.
Yeah.
That triggers the end of the mortgage.
Because ones we have been looking at, haven't we? It's a matter of you still got your own little flat. Shelter. It's more classed as sheltered accommodation.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that were classed as residential.
Yeah, because you won't be buying it, would you?
No.
You wouldn't. You would be moving out of your main residence.
Yeah.
So that would naturally mean the end of the end of the mortgage.
Yeah. It's mainly if anything happened where you can't get up steps, or you have to have your bed down and this sort of thing.
Yeah.
See, we're lucky we've got a downstairs toilet as well. You see,
it's like
right.
Operation won't help us.
Yeah. I know my father-in-law and his wife are going through the same thing. They live out at Withenwick, which is on the coast, lovely place to be. Not a single bus. About 20 miles taxi to get to the nearest supermarket. And they've been on the list for ages because he's getting to the point where he don't want to drive anymore.
Yeah.
And they're totally isolated.
Yeah.
And I know it takes...
We're not isolated, it's just that, to me, Stuart loves his house and garden, but it's like, because my arthritis is starting now, I don't want to be cleaning a 3-bedroom house,
Okay.
This is why we looked at it, didn't we? But as I say, it's a no-no.
It's no going that. We've tried everything, so we've settled on what we're doing now.
Okay, I mean, the other thing just to bear in mind is that, again, depending on the lender, you can use equity release to buy another place.
Yeah.
So if you found a flat or something like that, we could make sure that there was one with a portable. And so long as you're not up in the proportion of money against the flat that you're borrowing, you can transfer it. So if you felt in 3 or 4 years that you wanted to downsize, again, so long as we know that now and we can build that into the product that you have, that is a possibility.
If you build it into the products that you have, does that mean where it'd be more percentage-wise and all things like it's going to knock something off? Usually when you start going into things that's not straightforward, there's always clauses or come out bits or...
It's not that straightforward with equity release. I mean, there's not a lot of lenders, and each of the lenders has areas where they're really good, and areas where they're not. They're all competing on the rates.
Yeah.
So it's just a question of, once I know everything that you want to do, I don't just rely on what computer says. I'll speak to the underwriters. There'll probably be 2 or 3 possible things to help you do what you do. I'll speak directly to the underwriters and just absolutely clarify that that's going to do what you want it to do. Before I recommend a particular product to you. If it's a real close call and there's like this one's got this benefit but this one's got this benefit, I'll bring them both. I'll bring them both. We'll talk it through and we'll try and make a decision about which one's going to suit you best. It's not hard and fast and set in stone.
I've got you.
This is the most important thing, is that it's right for you for as long as it needs to be.
Because I think with Stuart struggling here by himself, if I went first, money-wise, no, because he gets a lot more than me. Me, if I were in here by myself, I'd struggle because I don't get a lot of pension. But it's probably better maybe than, your swings and roundabouts is probably better than having to pay rent. You know, it swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was that situation, and you were left here on your own, you can then take a view that you've got what's left of the drawdown facility. A lot of people use that drawdown facility just to supplement their income a bit.
Yeah.
And if you needed to do that, there's certainly one lender, and I think there's probably more than one, who, if it's a husband and wife, and one of them dies, they give you a grace period of the one that I was looking at this morning, and hence I can put it right off the top of my head, is 3 years, where the surviving partner can say, no, I don't want to stay in the house on my own, I'm going to sell it, and there's no penalties.
I've got you.
So, it again, so long as we build the flexibility in now, we can cope with those, because, you know, it happens quite often. You know, you think that when one partner dies or goes into a home, you're going to stay there, and then when the reality kicks in,
that's right.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
It gives you time, doesn't it? But then you start thinking, I know with my dad, you know, it kicks in after.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the same sort of situation going on with friends of ours, but you know, I think the big thing is to know now.
Yeah.
So that we can put it in place rather than thinking in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
How do we do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. When you spoke to my colleague on the phone, you said a figure of about 40,000.
Off the top of that. When somebody goes down much, don't you? You think, oh, I don't know.
I'm going basic.
What can we add? We're starting about percentages. Because to be honest, my lads have said, look, ma'am, you know, if there's no for us, don't worry. I would have liked to have thought there was maybe something at the end, rather than it all go and all be taken off at the very end. You know, especially if we're leaving, if like you end up having to leave when one goes, it'd be nice to have a little bit of something and not think that when the house is sold, you've nothing, not a penny less.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. I mean, the vast majority of products that I use are from lenders that are members of the Equity Release Council.
They'll church for weeks and weeks.
Let me shut you up a minute. There, Cliff. Shut up.
Yeah, the vast majority of the products that I use are within the Equity Release Council's guidelines, which means that there's a no negative equity guarantee.